The shelves would be the rows. If you're looking, the shelves would be the rows, and then
He's always so salty.
The beers would be the columns.
Oh, he's so salty. Look at him. Look at his butt crack hanging out.
Gee, classic plumber. Does that happen immediately?
Dude, you know what's funny? He's like, I wear a wife beater, so my crack doesn't hang out. Well, clearly, we just saw it.
Is it a prerequisite for your ass crack to hang out as soon as you get?
My ass crack wasn't hanging out.
Yeah, it was. We saw it.
Looked like it.
Dude, there's no ass crack. No ass crack.
Oh, it was. Yeah. Where's your wife beater, man? Where's your Wuhan beater?
Never at nighttime. That's the daytime thing.
You have the weirdest fucking rules for yourself.
You're so weird.
Never at nighttime?
No.
Is that like a steadfast thought?
I only wear a wife beater. I only wear a wife beater to work. That's
the wife doesn't find him attractive with a wife beater on. Or anything else he's wearing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, it took me a while to get to the punchline.
I was like, is it coming or what's going on here?
Oh, that's funny.
To be fair to your wife, nobody does. So that's just...
that's fair.
I can't believe people still wear wife beaters, truthfully. Can we even call them wife beaters, or is that like...
Yeah, we've gone through this. We've already released it. It's over.
Right.
Yeah, Bill, I mean, pay attention.
He doesn't listen to the shows.
No.
That's not true, I do. I'm just a couple behind.
Ray, I think you have your cute moments.
Thanks, baby girl.
What are you doing? You've been on your phone. Never mind. Welcome to Some Mind Sports Show.
I'm grabbing the email, you dink.
Friday headlines, April 16th. Welcome to the show.
It is April 16th.
I go back to work in 10 days. Fuck.
No.
Sorry.
Even if you take the mic away from your mouth, we can still hear you burp.
Yeah, I would rather you drop insensitive comments left and right than belch into the goddamn mic.
Belch? What a fucking...
I know. Who's old now, you fuck?
I almost said a bad word, but I don't want to beep. I held myself back on that one.
It's such a pet peeve. 1-0 Bruins. The Friday headlines here are brought to you by our friends at White Birch Brewing out of Nashua, New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Flights, pints, stouts, steins, IPAs, sours. Damn it. Growlers and fun.
Hats
and bats.
Shirts.
Get on down to White Birch Brewing in Nashua for the best beer in New Hampshire, or find it in the stores near you, wherever you get it. Tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you. White Birch Brewing. First headline I had for today was
null and void.
Sox.
Null and void.
Quit. Well, fucking go ahead. Toot, Ray. Sox lose today.
4-3.
Matinee that put Bill to sleep in.
After 9 straight. Oh, it sucks. Yeah,
well, we knew it was going to happen. Garrett Richards. You know, what do you expect?
Yeah, he's the only guy that's really let him down this season, even though today wasn't really a letdown. I mean, he pitched okay.
Pitched okay. Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep, but I mean, I woke up enough to see Verdugo. You know, I mean, that he was 5 for 8 yesterday in doubleheader. 3-run double to get him back in the game.
Didn't he have the catch of the game? Didn't he have the out of the?
Yep, yeah. They had their chances. Arroyo hit a double in the 8th inning or 9th inning, whatever. 1 out, and then Frenchie Cordero struck out and.
Frenchie. I mean, look, you're not going to go You're not going to go 159 in a row. They were down 3 runs late in the game, and they came back. They battled, and they lost in the 9th. When we're talking about the Red Sox in 2021, we went into this season saying I'd like them to be competitive and fight for a playoff spot, because what we are comparing them to is 2020, which I don't even remember, or 2019, which was wildly, wildly disappointing and underachieving, and guys acting like they didn't want to be there. So you rattle off 8 straight. You're the hottest team in baseball. 9 straight, sorry. You're the hottest team in baseball. Your pitching is, overachieving, basically. Your bats have come alive. And then the first loss you have in 10 games is lost in the 9th inning after battling your way back. I expect them to come right back tomorrow and pick up a W. That's the expectations now that they've set very early on in this season, rightfully so or not. I gave myself the out after they were swept by the Orioles, then swept the Rays, that I will snap on this team all season long if they give the opportunity to. I'm not snipping back to they're dead to me yet. They are #not dead to me.
Ooh,
a good loss today, if there is one in sports. And if Garrett Richards is the 1 out of 5 guys that continues to go out there every 5th time around and loses whether he pitches okay or not.
Well, they skipped the start. They skipped the start on him.
Get his stupid fucking mustache out here. Give me 2 and
He shaved that mustache. No, they're fun to watch right now, and they're early going. You see, they want to compete. You look at last year. After the 3rd inning, they're down 7-0. You got your pitching coming strong. I don't think it's going to hold up all year, but right now they're fun to watch. This offense, I mean, you're 2nd in the American League in runs. You're 6th in baseball on average, and all this. Like, your offense is mashing right now. You sat out JD today. He kind of went 0 for yesterday, but I mean, if your offense can keep going like this, I mean, you're going to be in these games.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch. They want to play. You could see it. I'm not saying it reminds me of 2018, but the energy level they love to play the game. Last year, you didn't see any of this.
They care. It looks like they care.
That's the biggest thing. They care. You can see them when they make a
past 2 years. It was just motion, going through the motion. Give me my paycheck. I'm going to go up.
Yeah.
I'm going to strike out. But give me my paycheck. This year, it looks like they actually want to go out there and fucking win.
You even saw Arroyo today hits a double in 9th inning. What is he doing? He's fucking cheering to the bench, waving to the bench. Like, you see that big shit. That's a big hit in a big ball game. Yeah, it was a tie game, but come on. I mean, you didn't see any of that last year. And now these guys want to play. You're seeing these guys heating up now. Let's go. I mean,
you mentioned 2018. I mentioned the very prominent #not dead to me. Do we have to, Ray, talked about the Red Sox? So all of these things are an improvement upon the team. Do we have to now change the expectations of this team? You look around at the division, the Yankees are 5-7. The Blue Jays are floating at 500. The Yankees
Orioles
pitching
suck.
staff forget about
Jameson,
the Orioles.
Talon. Oh.
The Yankees pitching sucks. Toronto is unproven in a loser city. Don't we have to look at this team and say the division's up for grabs for you this year? I know it's early. I get baseball is a long season, but trends start early in baseball seasons. And we're seeing everything we just talked about from the Red Sox from an effort standpoint and enough talent, at least offensively, to back it up. Do we have to change expectations from fighting for a playoff spot to going after the division?
Yeah. I mean, we every year the Red Sox bats are cold in April because it's cold, notoriously cold up here. It usually takes them a little bit to warm up. They're coming out of the gate hot. They're 9-4 right now, I believe. I mean, they're first place of the AL East. They're playing great. Yeah, everything has to change now. Like, everyone thought it was just fighting for the wild card spot. No, this team could be fighting for an AL East pennant right now.
I'm not there yet. I'm still 83 to 85 wins. I'm not there yet. I just think they're off to a hot start. I don't trust this pitching. If you look at Nick Pivetta has a career 5.58 ERA. So, I mean, even Martin Perez, I think he's around a 4 ERA. I just don't think this pitching staff's going to hold up all year, and especially when you're losing depth. Garrett Richards is going to get hurt. You just lost Bryant Mata for Tommy John surgery, who's another depth guy. He was the number 2 pitching prospect in all of baseball. So, I mean, I just don't trust it. I'm not raising the expectations. I think they're flatlined. But, I mean, I didn't want to say the Alice Cora effect right now, but I mean, he got tossed today for arguing some pretty shitty calls, but it might be real. I know it's still early. It's only 13 games, but you see they want to play for this guy. Ron Renicky last year was a walking duck. He had no business. Walking tit.
Ducks walk.
Too old to be duck. Quack quack.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not raising expectations yet. They're just off to a hot start. When they start getting, I don't trust the pitching staff to stay healthy. That's my biggest problem, and they don't have the depth to do it. So
they haven't gotten to the injury problems. The Yankees have already. I mean, the Blue Jays are young, but nothing's happened with us yet. No COVID scares, no injuries. So yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. It happens every year. Someone's going to get hurt.
Duckling.
But I just think that in their 9-game win streak, their ERA was 3.19. I just don't think it's sustainable going forward. I just think their pitching staffs right now is overachieving.
Womp, womp. Fine. All right. Playoffs it is. Can we go back into our normal mode? #baseball is dead to me. I sent you this article, Bill.
He didn't read it. I did. I got very confused. A lot of numbers, a lot of graphs. Very confusing.
Look, I just was going through looking for headlines and I saw this. And here's the headline. The Reds are conducting an experiment that may change the game defensively. Okay, that's interesting to me. We know that baseball needs to change. I'm interested to see. I figured it was going to be some wild shift or bringing like 9 guys into the infield or some shit. It was revolving around a double play. We don't have to get too far into this. It's just me venting, essentially. Here's the gist of it. The Reds were playing the Cardinals. They were losing. It doesn't really matter. Here's the play. Hoping to induce a slow-footed catcher into a double play, Castillo executed his pitch as intended, a breaking ball tracking from the outside corner. Molina pounded to the pitch in the turf, bounding towards the left side of the infield. The Reds' shortstop, Eugenio Suarez, ranged to his right, briefly collecting the ball. Error, ball trick to the left field. St. Louis scores 6 runs. Here's why that is noteworthy. The Reds chose to put Suarez there. He has not played shortstop since 2018, hadn't played more than 11 innings since 2015. They put him at, I'm not going to go through all this. They put him at shortstop because the metrics tell them that less people are hitting the ball to shortstop than they're hitting the ball to right field. We made fun of Ray on his stupid beer league softball team that they stuck him in right field because that's where you put shitty players in baseball. Not the case anymore because the stupid nerds in analytics are hitting the ball over shifts, and it's taken the shortstop out of the game defensively.
Isn't Suarez, like, he plays third for them too, if I'm not mistaken?
Second.
Not anymore. You know why? Because the shortstop gets less balls hit to them because it's in the middle of the infield and people don't hit that anymore. They hit it over. It's just another fucking example of the game screwing itself over. Shortstop should be your most think of the greatest defensive players in MLB history. You got center fielders and shortstops. That's where you go. I mean, and they're putting some bum who doesn't belong, he doesn't belong anywhere else defensively at shortstop. That was basically what the article revolved around, and it's just another example of hashtag dead to me. Theo Epstein, Ken Griffey Jr.
Please
work faster.
Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Start
work
fixing
faster. We need less Eduardo Suarez's in the game. I just lost the. Oh, here it is. Switching gears. Taylor Hall debut. Bless you, Raymond. Bruins winning a shootout. Sorry.
No shout-outs.
No shutout. They won in a shootout. Give me your first impressions of Taylor Hall and his buddies on their first debut with the Bruins.
I don't think Taylor Hall played all that great until late in the game. You know, I think he was definitely rusty. He hasn't played in over a week. I think
2 weeks.
2 weeks since they shut him down. He didn't look good, but I mean that offense, that line on the second line scored both goals. You know, he should have had an assist, honestly. But you know, Craig Smith's second goal, it looked like, I mean, it kind of bounced off his stick a little bit, but you could kind of see what he was going to do. So he could have got it there. And again, he didn't get on the ice quick enough. But Richie on the first goal, Richie kind of stayed out there. But I mean, that's what you kind of want to see. You need that good first impression on that second line. You know, they got both goals, and then I thought Riley was the best player they've acquired so far.
Yeah.
You know, he had 6 shots on net or 5 shots on net with Tenorti, I think tied, but he shot from like 8 or 9 times from the point. I think that's what you want to see. They put him right on the number 1 power play, which Grizzlies been on. I mean, that's the offensive guy you need. I mean, he's not going to score a shit ton of goals, but he's a 1 goal and 16 assists. But I mean, that's what you're going to see. You haven't seen a lot of point shots from the Bruins this year. And Lazar, you saw what, he was day to day, got back in there on that fourth line, that energy. You know, I thought he was one of their best players, the most energy on the ice. I think he only played like 1150 of ice time, but I mean, you can kind of see you're given finally energy in the fourth line, what you need right now. I mean, if some of these things click, you can maybe possibly roll 4 lines. You know, I even like what I saw of the Jake DeBrusk, Charlie Coyle line, Nick Ritchie. I thought they were playing well, and you kind of see the speed now with DeBrusk and Charlie Coyle. That's going to work, and I think Nick Ritchie's been solid all year. It's good first impression, but again, you shouldn't have gone to a shootout against Buffalo. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, that's probably true. In terms of, yeah, I mean, I agree with all that you said with the new guys. One game in, we're not going to take a lot from it, but from the initial reactions, yeah, the Riley kid is clearly an upgrade over what they've had there. The energy out of Lazar, for whatever reason, Corrali and Wagner have just been such no-shows this year. It was refreshing to see. And look, Taylor Hall, you got a back-to-back, or not back-to-back, but you got 2 games in a row here against the Islanders, maybe the best team in your division, or
in the East,
playing one of the best team in the East. These are the games that you need Taylor Hall to show up and be the type of caliber player that he can be.
Yeah,
right.
So,
rust, whatever it was in the first game. Yeah, he looked a little bit step behind. But more importantly to me, and I don't know if this is something that it was just because the Sabres suck, but you mentioned it, Bill, that Coyle line, Jake DeBrusk was all over the place. Yeah. Jake DeBrusk was all over the place. We mentioned it in the past. Coyle does well with guys with speed. Maybe DeBrusk does well with a center with speed, because obviously that's not Krejci's game. So maybe that's the type of click that they need. And this is similar to what I want to talk about the Celtics, but guys getting into their roles, allowing to push other people down. We expect Jake DeBrusk to be a second line player, but clearly he's not. So if Taylor Hall can go up there and fill that void, and Craig Smith can maintain the type of production he's having and drop Nick Ritchie and Jake DeBrusk into that third line and let them play against third liners, then maybe everything kind of starts to work the way it's supposed to work.
Well, you're not taking away for anything too. Now you have set lines. Like Jake DeBrusk and Nick Ritchie are on that third line. The only thing you're really going to start possibly moving is Pasta and Craig Smith around, because Pasta is...
Ray, can I go? Can I go?
Yes,
hold on, let me...
No.
Right
Rich asked us to go. Go ahead, Rich.
Ray, quick question. Where the fuck is David Pastrnak?
He's at fucking MIA.
I'm not sure if Bill's name is Ray anymore.
It's not. Just so you know, it's rollerblading season, so maybe, just maybe, he's out practicing and he's getting a little winded from playing too much roller hockey out in Boston, Massachusetts.
Could be.
Can I say one more thing on Taylor?
No, your name's not Rich.
He could be, blading his way through Cambridge.
Great. Have you ever seen that movie, Airborne?
Sure. And the pollen is just.
Ooh, Andy Brinkman.
Fuck, I was trying to think of that name the other day and I couldn't.
Val. Remember Val was the bad guy?
I just watched that movie a couple of weeks ago with the kids. It's like, this was our shit. This is my movie back in the day.
It was so sweet.
Anyway,
we just skate for fun. We don't need money.
We're soul skaters.
We're soul skaters.
Are you guys gonna swap Brink quotes, or do you want
to? We are now.
Are you done? Do you get it all out? Do you have
we got it out.
Be impressive if you could go as long as you need any more?
No. Let me think. We might.
Okay.
What was the dog park? Puffin stuff.
Nope. It's not what I asked. We don't need to go through the plot or the. God damn it! Fuck it! God damn it!
Soul skaters.
Look, if you want to talk about Taylor Hall again, go for it, Bill. But the bigger story here that's not being covered is David Pastrnak has sucked for outright month. Month he has been bad. They dropped him on the second line to try and shake some things up. Maybe that screwed him up. It shouldn't. Look, anyone who listens to the show should know where I stand on David Pastrnak. Obviously, the talent is there, but the stretches of head in thy ass is way too long. And just watch. If the Bruins start to click and some other guys get them rolling, DeBrusk starts to play well, Taylor Hall comes on, everything starts to look good. I guarantee you David Pastrnak will start burying goals. And everyone says, see, there he is. Except when they were fucking 9, 5, and 6 and couldn't win a game in regulation, David Pastrnak was nowhere goddamn near to be found. Same thing will happen in the playoffs. They'll be burying a team in the first round, and David Pastrnak will be an all-star. But then when they get to the second round and people are struggling, David Pastrnak will be nowhere to be found.
He's the best playoff hockey player in the Bruins history.
When they need him. Tell me I'm wrong, Bill. I get he's young and I get he has a chance to grow. So I'm not quitting on him, but tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. It's kind of a joke. And again, you saw it. The one good thing is you kind of moved Craig Smith up that first line, got him real hot. So at least you get something. But yeah, Pasta has been a fucking complete and utter no-show. I did not like his game. What was it, Wednesday or Tuesday in Buffalo? It was fucking terrible. What are you doing?
Drinking. He's pouring some bourbon or whiskey.
No, but he needs to get hot. You need it again. You need to get him hot on these first lines. So I mean, that's it.
Oh, well said.
But one more thing about Taylor Hall, though, they're trying to get this guy's confidence up. He broke down practice yesterday, led the after practice stretching. So I mean, they're really trying to push this guy, trying to get that confidence. He's, if you get a confident player right now, and you can really get, what you saw Buffalo when you got 2 goals out of that second line, that's gonna be huge for the Bruins. Now you got 3 set lines of his secondary scoring, and hopefully if he clicks, I mean, you get a healthy Tuukka Rask back and playing healthy. It just comes down to defense at that point. But
wonderful segue. Wonderful segue. If you stop rambling, the Tuukka experiment is back, or the quest is back. Tuukka Rask back in net Thursday. We don't know how long he was in net Thursday. as this is coming out on Friday. But he's back. Any thoughts on Tuukka Rask? So obviously the big question, they dropped Vladar down. Swayman did not go down.
Well, Bill. Hockey guy Bill. Wrong again.
I guess there's two parts to that conversation when they let Vladar in for 8 goals. Like, hey, buddy, just take this one on the chin. Also, you're dead to us. Bye. Enjoy Providence. That's a tough break for a kid that played pretty well for them for most of the season. Look, what's this? It's like 16 games in 27 days or something coming up. Tuukka Rask has a quote unquote bad back. It's also rollerblading season, as Ray said. He's going to need time off. I don't know. Can Swayman get hot? Can the young kid get hot? Does it put him in a tricky situation to make a call in the playoffs if you got Tuukka Rask, who's kind of middling with a bad back, and you got a hot young goalie with Swayman, and then, I don't know, Jarro Halak comes back after COVID?
No, you're going to see Tuukka in there. If you can kind of nurse him back, I mean, you're going to play a lot of these games, but it's encouraging that you're keeping Swayman up. That means he's going to play. But when it comes to playoff time, you're going to see Tuukka Rask go every day. That's just, Bruce's MO. He's not switching out. If Tuukka's healthy, he's their best option. You got to roll him.
Can I challenge you that on just one thing?
Yeah.
Going into the 2018 playoffs, right? The Stanley Cup year. There were question marks around Tuukka Rask, and that was the year Halak played so well. And they said basically the first sign of trouble, Tuukka's getting the hook. Cassidy basically came out and said that, and then Tuukka did not show an ounce of trouble until Game 7. So, and he played every game. So, or was that 2019? Fuck,
it was 2019 because I think in 18. What?
No, it was 19. It was the year they went to the Cup, whatever. And then the 20, you fell out of the bubble. So
COVID.
I would say it's not necessarily Cassidy's MO to ride Tuukka Rask no matter what, but he did have an almost as good backup in Halak that year. Swayman's not going to reach that level in 16 games. So you're probably right, but I wouldn't put it past Cassidy to ride a hot hand if Tuukka Rask flames out.
I would have to think like Swayman needs to go. I mean, he's what, 9.22 save percentage right now. I think he would have to fucking light it up because I expect that they've purposely held Tuukka out longer than he should have to get this back healthy. And again, you're going to see Swayman probably play a lot down the stretch. Halak's going to come back, so you might see Swayman go back down when Halak comes back. So you're probably going to expect Halak to get there. But I think if Tuukka's healthy and he's playing at a top level, he's your guy in the playoffs.
Ray, would you rather see Swayman or Halak for the rest of the year?
Swayman. Because he's your goalie of the future. Why not play him now?
Yeah, I don't bring Halak back.
He has great confidence. He's been playing great. Why not keep him?
I think
if you're going to keep him, I'd play him. That's what I'm saying. Like
I think he's going to play.
I'd probably rather have Swayman at this point, just because I'd rather have him develop right now, especially if you're short up your little defense and you get these guys back healthy. But I mean, I just feel like Bruce is going to go to Halak just because of that veteran and going into the playoffs.
I mean, you might be right. I just
why not? We've seen teams win the Cup with a young goalie before. Why not? Why not keep him on just in case?
He's real young. I
just think Rask would have to really flame out. That's what I'm saying.
But
if he goes down, Swayman might be the guy.
If Tuukka Rask goes down for one reason or another, which is especially this is not even just a bashing of Tuukka Rask. He's got a quote unquote back problem, which can flare up at any point in time. So there's a good chance he's going down. You know exactly what your ceiling is with Halak. Not high. You have the secret and power of the unknown with a young kid in Swayman who's too dumb and young to know the situation that he's in. If he gets into the playoffs, I just wouldn't roll the fucking dice here. Make up an injury for Halak, thank him for his time, cut him a check, and see, good luck next year in free agency. Let's go.
Or if he comes back from COVID, you're going to see Halak come back, and then Tuukka back flare up again and go on like the IR for a little bit.
Maybe there's not enough time. There's only 16 games left in the season. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. Luckily enough, I think they're in the playoffs. I mean, they got 2 games in hand. They're up 4 points on the Rangers, and they play the Sabres for like 6 more times, whatever the hell it is. So I think
3 times next week in a row.
I think we're going to get playoff hockey. Okay, we're running late. Let's do this real quickly. Hot Passport. It's the best thing. There you go, Ray. Thank you. The show.
I did something right today.
The show after I got my Hot Passport that you mailed me.
I still haven't got mine, Bray. You work right
Finally
5
get
minutes
the
away from me. You
passport.
drive by my house every day.
And you know where I live, you fucking cunt. Go ahead,
Ooh.
Rich. Go ahead, Rich.
See, you're so salty. Every other thing is, I'll just drop it off.
Dropping the C in the sponsor. Good. Okay. Passport holders get 50% off their first 2 beers at 50 plus breweries in the Northeast. As you can see, if you're watching the video, if you're not watching the video, subscribe on YouTube. You just go in. They got brewery names in here, and they punch it or they stamp it or whatever they do there.
Stamp it.
And
they stamp it.
You get to go once a year to each brewery. You get 2. Your first 2 beers are 50% off. So that's 6 beers, 3 breweries in 12 months. No brainer. It's $25 for the passport. And if you go to joinhoppassport.com/shop, enter SIMPLE, SIMPLE, you get $5 off. So a 6-pack, you're making money. You can get it digitally or you can get it in the hard copy, which is kind of cool. Like Ray and I have. Bill doesn't have one yet.
He doesn't know where I live.
He doesn't know where Ray lives, nor is he invited there. It's like Canada. He can't pass over the borders.
Because his wife hates me.
That's true. Joinhoppassport.com/shop. Every white hates Bill. Enter SIMPLE, SIMPLE,
except for yours,
and get $5 off. Hop Passport. Am I saying that right? Hop. That was some old New England stuff going back up. Passport. Speaking of old New England stuff, remember when the Celtics were good? Looks like they're good again. Celtics
Wasn't that guy a Blazers fan that we talked to earlier? We didn't.
Oh, he might have been.
I thought you said he was a Blazers fan. We never shit on him.
Yeah, look at this guy, remembering stuff.
Thanks for the email, Bill.
They beat the Blazers in a close game. Jason Tatum with the dagger 3. Another good game out of him. He's taking his game from soup to a superstar or budding superstar level, or maybe back to a budding superstar level. He's kind of playing as well as he was playing last year, or do you think he's playing better?
I think he's playing better right now.
Okay, well, let's blame that on Perk, shall we?
Who would have thought Kendrick Perkins is the voice of reason of this fucking Celtics? Where's Brad Stevens? This is shit should be coming from Brad Stevens, not some former Celtics national media guy, Kendrick Perkins.
What have we always said this team needs? What has the 3 of us said this team needs? A guy who will tell these young kids, hey, get your foot out of your ass and start playing. Well, lo and behold, it was an analyst that comes on NBC Sports once in a while, sometimes on ESPN. It's Kendrick Perkins. He finally told Jason Tatum on Twitter, hey,
it's definitely
cut the shit, man. Like, you should be the leader of this team. Let's fucking go. And he drops 53 points.
The Twitter shit has to be mentioned, too, because like they've been calling Tatum out on radios. Like, Mike Gorman crushed Tatum and Brown for the last 2 weeks, but they don't listen to that shit. It took Kendrick Perkins calling him out on fucking Twitter. That lets you know they're fucking in their Twitter mentions constantly. It's in these guys' fucking head. These are all
Kevin Garnett.
They're all distractions.
Kevin Durant.
These are all distractions to these guys. Put the fucking phone down. I guarantee he would have been playing a lot better. But he hears all the critics, and it takes Kendrick fucking Perkins. Oh, I had a great phone call with Jaylen Brown. Fuck out of here, dude. Come on.
Jason Tatum.
Whatever.
Okay.
Well, 2 different people.
Allow me to not play the angry card here. I don't care if that's what it took to get Jason Tatum motivated.
I'm happy about it. Yeah.
Tell me the athlete that was not motivated by media at one point in his career. Bill Belichick has a Hall of Fame career based off motivating his players via the media.
Bulletin board material.
Kendrick, and this is the part that I'll give Jason Tatum credit for. And I've been very, very hard on Tatum. I think at one point after a bad loss, I even said trade him. Obviously, I'm back. I've snapped on that. You're not trading Jason Tatum.
I haven't yet.
You haven't what? Oh, you haven't come back on?
I haven't come back on Tatum yet.
Look, I'll give Tatum. He got COVID. He's clearly still dealing with it. They said he has to get an inhaler before every game. I don't think that's. I honestly don't think it's bullshit. If he wasn't, I do think there's a softness to his game, into it. The way he kind of carries himself on the basketball court. However, I don't think that COVID ailments are fake. Like, look at the Vancouver Canucks. Their season.
Dude, they don't even want to play. There's 4 guys on the team that basically came out and said, we don't want to play anymore. They're out of the playoffs. They
can't play. Tristan Thompson came out and was like, that's no joke. Freddie Freeman said, I almost died. Like,
dude, look at the Houston Astros just placed half of their starting lineup.
Yeah. So this is my point. I give Jason Tatum some of that credit, and no one's got on him for not being able to score or play, to an all-star level. Clearly, he's done that. He's averaged 25 points a game this year, but it was the demeanor, it was the leadership, it was the way he carried himself on the floor that never grasped anybody, that he couldn't drag his team through some tough times. He was just a sidecar. And then he gets tweeted by Kendrick Perkins, and lo and behold, calls Perk to discuss it. Now, you want to call that bullshit, Bill, that's fine, but I look at that and I go, oh shit, okay. So maybe someone got through to him. So what does that mean? Who's not getting through to him? Right? There you go. Fire Brad, whatever, fine. Or hire Perk, one way or another. Find somebody that gets, he's 24 years old, making $30 million a year. He's got chips named after him. He's impressionable. He's a very impressionable person. So it's not surprising to me that someone got through to him. It's just finding the guy to get through to him. Apparently, this was Perk. And if you disagree with that, you're a fucking idiot. More importantly, for the Celtics, what this means is if Jason Tatum is elevating to this level, not just as a scorer, but all around, he's getting at least 8 free throws a game. He's jacked up his assists. He's got at least 10 rebounds a game since the Perk deal. It slides Jalen into the number 2 role where he is dominant in that role. It's
very comfortable.
Kemba into a 3 role, which he's averaging like 17 points a game after the All-Star break. Doesn't have to do it all. Doesn't have to dribble around the perimeter forever. It allows Marcus Smart just to play defense and be an antagonizer. Everybody, like the Bruins, everybody gets to slide down into their little notch and let Jason Tatum carry him through the hard times. If that's the guy that we know he can be, expect him to be, and you have to do it night in, night out. Yeah, that's the job, kid. That's the job.
Jason Tatum, 34 free throws in his last 3 games. It's the highest stretch in his NBA career. The most free throws in a 3-game stretch in his NBA career. So, I mean, that's what you want to see. We've been bitching about it all the time. Go to the hoop, draw a foul. Stop bitching about you're not getting a foul. Go hoop, make a shot when you go to the hoop. That's it. And you're seeing him going to the line. He was 14 to 16 in his 53-point game or something like that. So, I mean, you're seeing this is, again, it's the highest stretch he's had, 34 free throws in his last 3. And you're seeing he was player of the week last week?
Last week, yeah.
So, I mean,
that's what Richie, we've been preaching that, though. He never goes to the basket. He always avoids contact. He's finally doing that now. He's getting the contact. He's going hard to the hoop. He's getting the free throw opportunities. This is what we need. You need a leadership. You need a guy that will get the superstar treatment. This is the time that we need to do it. This is the time you need to get hot. There's 16 games left in the season. This team's rolling, and I like it.
You're up to the 5th seed now, too, so just stay out of that fucking play-in tournament. Robert Williams got downgraded out tonight. Knee soreness, which got kind of hurt. It's going to hurt with the way he's playing, but just keep going. You're on a roll right now. You're, 7-1 since Romeo.
Well, you're playing the Lakers. You're playing the Lakers tonight. That doesn't have LeBron, doesn't have Anthony Davis, doesn't have Schroeder, I think's out, too. So, I mean, they're going with their B lineup. So.
Yeah, but Romeo Langford came back. I'm not saying he's a difference maker, but since he came back in the lineup, they're 6 or 7-1. Yeah, I'm not saying it's coincidence.
Can I just go quick toot?
Please, by all means, floor is yours.
No, we just talking about missing pieces for the Celtics. If Evan Fournier can come back and stay off the COVID list, he was turning into a scorer off the bench that we needed, or the Celtics needed. We thought that they needed low post defense. They didn't get it, but we also thought they needed wing defense. Romeo Langford might be that guy. I mean, that's his game. That's his game. And from the first game back, he was effective in that role. And if he can hold that role down and everyone, like I said, just slides into place and does their job, and Jason Tatum keeps that Dookie stench off him for as long as possible. I mean Duke University, not poop. I don't think he's pooping. I just think it's Duke. He might be. Or he was earlier this season. Then you're looking at a team that we have to go. For 2 months, we said you're underachieving. You're being assholes. You're going to get bounced in the first round. You have to go back to your original, what you thought the Celtics were going to be when the season started. If everyone starts playing to their potential, you go, okay, now what can you do in the playoffs? With all of it in mind that they might revert back to lazy dogs like they were in February and March. That's what they did to themselves. That's a fair critique. But right now, they're not playing like that. Right now, they're playing like big boys with a couple really nice wins. And it's Jason Tatum. They're going to go as far as he wants to take them.
Yep. Are they at home tonight or on the road?
No, they're West Coast trip.
Yeah, last point here. LaMarcus Aldridge retires. "Quote unquote" health issues. They said it was a heart, but it's mental. It's Kyrie.
Everyone's talking about these all-stars, and fucking it took LaMarcus Aldridge 2 weeks to realize Kyrie's a fucking cunt. Hey, my heartbeat's irregular. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Listen, do you hear that? Oh, that didn't sound good. I gotta go. I gotta go.
My heart went thud, 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 thud. Oh shit, it's irregular. I'm out.
Yeah.
Just having a conversation with Kyrie on the bench, like, hey man, the world's flat, fuck this shit, blah blah blah, all my little stupid things I believe in. Yeah, my heart doesn't feel
good. They called me the N-word. I have to sit 5 games out. All right, I'm out of this shit.
Yeah, we never even touched on that.
No. What is Schroeder? Was it Schroeder or someone like that called him the N-word on the court, and he sat out the next 2 games for personal reasons?
Yeah, and it was not a hard R. It was in game, Kevin Garnett style. We're not ones to talk in that, so we're not going to. But what typical Kyrie? I have to sit out for personal reasons for 2 games because someone called me a name I didn't like. Unbelievable.
Kevin Durant must be just be like, why? Why did I do this?
Kevin Durant
he's too busy. He's too busy
in the season
and he's too busy fighting with Shannon Sharp on fucking whatever this stupid show he's.
I need this dumpster fire. I need it.
What's happening?
I said Christmas, so I already lost. But man, it's coming right for the playoffs.
I said Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm out.
Playoffs. Okay, this has been the Simple Minds Sports Show. Friday headlines, April 16th. We'll see you on Sunday for the very highly anticipated Billy Bad Words Movie Characters Edition, where Ray and I cry in laughter. You don't want to miss that. Tune in on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can't wait to not listen. Bye-bye.
Why? You'll be very enlightened by what we think of you.
I'm like 20 shows behind.
You don't say. Well, you're busy,
Taking naps.
Falling asleep on the couch watching baseball.
You hate when we make fun of you because we call you old, but yet you take naps during the middle of the day.
Dude, don't act like you would not try to take a nap during the day.
That's not taking a nap. Taking a nap is going, I'm tired, I'm going to go lay down for 20 minutes or an hour. This was falling asleep watching baseball. That is very
That's
different.
old man. That's old man status right there.
The Red Sox drove me to sleep this afternoon. What do you want from me?
They're a terrific tool if you want to just rest.
Especially after watching Garrett Richards.
Go on the baseball game, 2-0 Bruins. Let's go.
Yeah,
Craig Smith, baby.
Craig Smith, yeah.
Dinner time, boys.
Sorry, Bill. Sorry, Queen.
Yeah, sorry. We'll talk shop. You can go.